the next game of the program. The New Zealand Dutch girls against the Canada girls BC Elite. Here is the New Zealand Dutch team. Riley Cochrane-Irwin and Mania Webb, jersey 2 for the Dutch team. Had a win over the Central Coast Seahawks, and here is the Canada BC Elite team. They edged Tonga. Sierra Gillis in jersey 3, their coach Darcy Patterson. Both team had wins in this one. Stephen Bates, it always sets it up, isn't he? When you get off to a good start, you want to make it 2 from 2. Both in the position here where they can push on to threaten to top the group. Yeah,
exactly. So this is a game where it's almost splits the pool, doesn't it? You either go up towards coming to number 1, or you go down and then at the business end this time tomorrow-ish. And this is a big game for both these sides to push for a number 1 contender.
The Dutch team 14-10, they held on to beat the Seahawks in their opening game, so there wasn't a lot in it. It is Mania Webb here in jersey 2, and here is their opponents, the Canada girls BC Elite. As we look at the points table, you can see there they both had close wins, but that was all you need, and that's where we're at. 5-point victory as opposed to 4 for the Dutch girls, so nothing between them, and an opportunity here for one of them to take a big step towards a place in the Cup quarterfinals. Be the Canadians that will get us going in this one. Contestable kickoff. Ball lost forward, so advantage for the New Zealand Dutch side, and then a juggle. So we'll go back to the original mistake.
Hard kickoffs those to take, just because of the way the wind is going. So it goes into the wind, it curls back to them. But they've got the first opportunity here, the Dutch, to have a crack. As you see our flags in the background there. So the wind is at the back of the Dutch backs, if that makes sense.
Webb scoots off the back of the scrum, and there's a contest on the ground, told to leave it alone. Nate Herman takes the quick tap, and the line up to the left-hand side, fending off one, trying to get through another. Flicks it back there to Riley, who takes off down the left-hand side, manages to stay in play, does very well. Lytton off the ground is Georgia Riley. Back there is Rat Groneweg, the 10-metre line. Back again, offside play. Into off the ground they go. Irwin told to move it to the correct mark, left-hand side. It'll show, and through the hole she goes, does Riley. Hops the pass back, but intercepted by Canada, so on the Canadian side, chance to counter from deep inside their own half. High tackle. Did look a little bit like she might have taken the tap, but anyway, the referee was happy to go again, and so here come the Canada team. Good run this from Olivia Dakota. The Dutch side intercepted, almost threw the pass right into the hands of the New Zealand Dutch defender, who lost it forward. Almost a freebie there, Batesy.
Almost came too easy and almost got the lollies there, but a good open start from both sides the first 2.5 minutes. Both sides showing their ability to throw the ball around and play with a little bit of pace as well. So this will be interesting as the arm wrestle continues.
Almost 3 minutes gone in the first half, no score. Canadians carry this one out from deep inside their own territory. A lot of the game being played inside their half. Able to break the shackles yet. Need a little bit of magic. Will that magic come from Dutch team? Work hard. New Zealand Dutch side. Good strength here. The Canadian player presents again. Flicked quickly. Dominic Chavez trying to get around and gets through. Does the Canadians? An opportunity here for the Canadian team. Fancy Bermuda Chavez into the 22. Taken down. Physical defence from the New Zealand Dutch. Danger not over. Floats the pass. This is the dangerous Takure. And back play, so there is defender short here, New Zealand Dutch. Taken, carried forward, good strong carry by Sierra Gillis. Then the pass comes back, charging towards the line. Meter from the line, arm goes out, advantage being played, try's been scored though. And I think that's Delaney Woods who's got it for the Canadian team. Absorbed some pressure. Is it Kiera Perry? Check that one. They've got the try though. Kiera Perry.
And who says that pick and go tries are not wonderful tries? So in the end, Kiera Perry scores a try with a little pick and go, but all the work was done from a long way back. As I said, scored right next to the bar, so hopefully for their sake, this one will go... Not get the extra 2 points, but a wonderful, wonderful try. The ability to keep the ball alive and stretch it from one side. This is from deep inside their own half. They break out one missed tackle, and then they come across here, and it's a good contest here. Unfortunately for the Dutch, there's an injury in this very play here, which makes them defend with only 6 players. But right at the end there, after putting plenty of phases together, just a little pick go, and they'll open the scoring for the Canadians.
A lot of the game was played up to that point inside their own half. They had to do a lot of defending. The New Zealand Dutch team looked threatening at times without any success, and then when they got their opportunity, the Canadians, they took it. New Zealand Dutch looking for a response. Nice work holding the defender there. It was Mia Cochrane on that far side. Presents on halfway. Long floating pass, dangerous here. Coming through is Perry again.
10 entry.
And a penalty. Another opportunity here 10 for the BC Elite from Canada. Perry to the defensive line she goes. Well taken, another penalty. The Dutch team here, it's 2. A little careful in this
10
area of the field. Wouldn't want to be reduced to 6. It's over a minute to play in the first half. On the mark, so
come, girls.
I've turned it over. It's always a tough one to watch, that one, Batesy.
Tap, I believe that's what she has been done for there.
Crouch.
So
Bind.
Disappointing because they were hot on attack there and could have possibly gone in again.
Wrapping around and then off they go as Bridie on the outside. She's got round one. She get round another one. She does. Defender coming across to make the tackle. Going to need to make the tackle. Can she get around her too? No, she cannot. Wonderful defence from Kenna and a penalty too. Absolutely superb stuff from the Canadian defender, because it looked for all money like Georgia Briley was going to scoot around and score Stephen Bates. Now that's commitment right on the stroke of half-time.
Jeepers, what about the speed by Georgia Bailey? That is amazing speed by her, the lady on screen, and that'll finish the half. But a great attack, no it won't, sorry, no it will not finish half, but a great attacking effort, some genuine speed. Not only to stop the try, but then to turn the ball over as well.
For all money, Brearley having gone around 2 of the Canadian defenders, is going to get around a third, but did not. Line out's one, and then the ball's just been locked forward, juggled. Fortunately, might be saved by the half-time whistle. They are the BC Elite of Canada. Half-time, though, they're in the lead. 5 points to 0. Absorbed a lot of pressure in that first half, Stephen Bates. They'll be delighted to be leading, even by just a small margin.
Yeah, they certainly will. They certainly haven't had the possession in their favour or anything like that. They've had to hang tough on defence a few times. But in saying that, it's been a very open game, 5-0 at half-time, very open game. Let's have a listen in.
We know we're in for a game now, so we've got to lift our standards. We haven't quite executed our game plan of being there to support, okay? Georgia went down the wing.
Okay, deep breath. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, in through your nose, out, in through your nose. Awesome work, ladies. Great job, great pressure. You just need to keep that up, working your threes on defense. We're gonna make one more sub. Liv, you're coming back in. Chloe, you're gonna take a rest for now. And outside of that, let's be patient. Be smart, make good decisions. Amelia, you take every penalty, okay? Yeah. Okay, let's go, ladies. We've got this. BC is hard. BC on 2, 1, 2. BC!
Let's do this, girls. It's us, it's the Dutchies, let's do it.
One change, Gemma in for Kate.
Let's go, girls. Come on, we got this. Come on, no, it's cool. Come on, Dad. 3, 1, 2, 3, finish!
So the New Zealand Dutch team, the messages there at half-time. They're behind on the scoreboard. Restart. Immediately collected by Gillis for the BC Elite of Canada. Nice offload here as Gillis almost gets through, looking for a support running. Finds one, bouncing out of one, through another one. Great offload if she can find a player. It's gone forward or threatened to open up there. Just that last pass.
Something's going to change this game, something like that there. If that pass sticks and then they break out and they score, all of a sudden the scoreboard gets a bit lopsided. So it's just some small little thing, because this is a genuine arm wrestle between these two. Here we see a great leg drive through contact, great offload, and then see this one here, just in contact, trying to release the ball to 2 unmarked players out there, goes forward, and here's the chance for the Dutch to have a crack.
Inside their own half, trailed by 5. Plenty of time in the second half to play. Lokes out here trying to draw and pass, and can't hold on to the pass though as Brearley. And now here come Canada, try scorer. Work there by Romeo's come on the field. Good support play, Perry.
No.
It's back again, Romeo. Carrying forward, nice. And they're going to go and score again. What a start to the second half for the BC Elite of Canada. Try just before halftime and then a try afterwards, and they're out to 10 points and no kick to come.
Yeah, and that's the small little margins in the match. So the New Zealand Dutch put it to their side. They make a small little mistake, and then off that, the Canadians pounce, put it through the hands and go under. This one can go over, it makes it even more difficult. And it's gone over, and we're 12-0, and the New Zealand Dutch have to score 2 converted tries to get back in the lead now as the maple leaf is shining bright.
It's wonderful work. If we look for the pass here from Gillis, who just sucked in the defender and then popped the pass over the top. And her teammate was on hand to score. The New Zealand Dutch team, well, they scraped to a 14-10 win over the Seahawks in their opening game. Now left that ball behind. That time Cochrane not knocked forward though, so they still have it.
Release down blow, knee down, release!
Got to let her go. The message clear from the referee. This time, get the timing right on that one, the defender.
And the tackle. Guys, 10, push 10, on that ARs.
Quickly by the Canada team, but they're the Dutch team rather, but they're offside.
Not 10.
Again, it's going 4 minutes to play. New Zealand Dutch team will have to be the next team to score. It's drawn. It's all about speed. It's around the player, but the defender makes the tackle. Just when it looked like there was space. One more try here from the Canadians will probably do it for them. Charging forward is one of the try scorers there. It's Olivia Decouvret. This left-hand side they come. Kira Perry.
The legs pumping through, and then they go through, and this will wrap this one up for the BC Elite of Canada.
Held on to beat Tonga 22-17 in their opening game, the BC Elite Canada, and now on course for their second win. They've still got to play the Seahawks, of course, later this afternoon. And if they can beat the Dutch, who beat the Seahawks, they'll fancy their chances of topping the pool. Or the BC Elite of Canada. The New Zealand Dutch team just a bit disjointed. Pressure on here, right in front of their own goal line. Not many options, so the kick comes. Under that is the try scorer, Romero. 22-metre line, flat pass. Little skip chance here for the BC Elite to finish with a flourish. Grillis has looked good, ball intercepted though. Did well to get in the way of that one.
Come back round.
Edrich, they have the penalty. Over a minute to play. This one is probably gone. Victory perspective for the Dutch. Then the ball's been intercepted. Growing advantage. They're growing in confidence rather, the BC Elite. Nice little dummy. And gets through the tackler too. Oh, and just when she was laying up the try line, ball was knocked from her hands, knocked forward. And just when they threatened again, Stephen Bates, the hand came through, knocked the ball out.
Yeah, I tell you, it's probably one of the last little passage of play. It's probably the only tries they've really given up, the BC Elite from Canada. They have been quite clinical. They certainly haven't dominated possession throughout the game, but they have been very good when they've had that opportunity. And this one here has just gone astray for them.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
And they've walked over the top of that one, so they will get the chance to add a fourth try here. Ball held up. Be able to get that one to ground. Call from the referee pretty clear. That'll be a turnover.
Scrum.
That's some wonderful strength by the New Zealand Dutch, isn't it?
Guys, scrum time.
It's coaching staff on the Canadian side. The one in the middle, I should say.
She'll be delighted with this performance.
Crouch.
They say probably the first 2 or 3 minutes of this game, it was all the New Zealand Dutch.
Set.
A lot of the ball at the right end of the field, couldn't get any traction, and they're just growing in confidence. It's just growing and growing, and they're over again. Amelia Gordon has been a bit of a playmaker for them in their first couple of games here so far this afternoon. She gets the try, and that's a terrific way for the BC Elite of Canada to finish this one.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? The scrum has come more dominant as the game has gone on. He's seen the last two. But this is a very, very good performance because they're going to win this 22-24-0. And this could have easily gone the other way at the start of this game. So they'll be wrapped with one game to go. They're looking like they might top this pool.
Gordon with the conversion successful. High fives all round from the BC Elite of Canada. Fans are happy too. And why wouldn't you be? 24-0 their team over the New Zealand Dutch. Superb performance, their second win, while the Dutch, well, they dropped to 1 win and 1 loss. Celebration, no doubt, the BC Elite of Canada.